Hi, Tom.
Uh,
Can I just start off by asking you a bit about your background? I think you grew up in Somerset, but who did you grow up supporting, and what are your earliest memories of the FA Cup?
Grew up supporting Sunderland, believe it or not, because my dad and family are from there. All my cousins and stuff are season ticket holders, so grew up supporting them. Earliest FA Cup memory, well, my best memory is probably playing against Liverpool, sort of 5-6 years ago. I'd say that was probably my best one. My earliest one, don't know about that, but yeah, I'd say the Liverpool game was probably a highlight for me, really.
And in terms of this game, you've played, like I say, you've played against a few Premier League teams in the past, and I think you scored against Liverpool, Chelsea, and Brighton in cup competitions. But as far as I'm aware, there's not really been any sort of upsets in there. So is that what you're looking to take to the next step, score, and also being involved in a giant killing?
Yeah, I've obviously we drew with Liverpool the first time, but we obviously lost the second leg. So yeah, I haven't had any giant killings as you were. But yeah, I've scored against a few of them, and I've got good memories of the FA Cup. But yeah, like you said, the next step is to try and beat one of them, really.
And just a final one, you're obviously on a great run of form at the moment as a team. How much has this game given you sort of an extra buzz around the training ground?
Yeah, it's nice. It's a change from the league because the games have been relentless, really, and we've been playing really well actually. So the boys are in good form, and it's a bit. The gaffer said it's a free hit, really. We're going to go there and go over game plan to win the game, and we're not going to sit off, and it's not going to be a damage limitation. We're going to give it a right go and see where it takes us, really.
Cheers, Tom. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Hi, Tom. You all right?
Yeah, how you doing? You all right?
Yeah, good, thanks. What's the feeling been like amongst the players these last few days? Obviously, like you say, it's been relentless in the league, but has this been something that's been sort of sitting there in the back of your mind that you've been getting excited about?
To be honest, not really. No, the gaffer's been very forceful in it's every game at a time, really. He hasn't let us think about the FA Cup or speak about that. So we've literally just been focused on each game. But yeah, like you said, now it's the build up to the game, and there's a bit more edge on it. But the mood's been good in camp for the last, most of the season, really. We had a little dip a couple of months ago, but no, the mood's always been good in camp. We got a good set of players, even when things weren't going right. But yeah, we are on a high at the moment.
Leeds as a side have been very exciting to watch going forward, but at the back, do you see areas there where you think you might be able to exploit a little bit?
Well, yeah, their games are very entertaining. They're very end-to-end, and it does create chances the other way, which as a forward's good for me. So yeah, obviously they're very good players, they're Premier League players. But yeah, they attack with a lot of bodies, but then again they do defend with a lot of bodies as well. They're a very fit side. But yeah, they do have very entertaining games, so I'm sure it'll be the same on Sunday.
From what we can gather, Bielsa's talking about making a lot of changes to his side. That there could be a lot of under-23s players or players that are on the fringe of their squad. Is that music to your ears? Does that make you give you a little bit more hope, a bit more of a chance? Do you think?
Yeah, if they want to rest players, then that's their risk, really. We're just going to set up with a game plan to play Leeds United and see where it takes us. Really, like I said, if they want to play the 23s, then that'll probably benefit us, to be honest, because it's not an easy place to come, this ground. We've got a good record here. So, yeah, we're not thinking about that too much, really. We're just, like I said, we've got a game plan and we're going to stick to it and try and win the game.
Best of luck, Tom. Thanks very much.
Thanks very much.
Hi, Tom. You okay?
Gary, you all right?
Yeah, very well. Good to see you, mate. Tom, in one of the first questions there, you touched upon the big games that you've played in before in the FA Cup and, not being involved in a giant killing, as it were. This is still going to be surely one of the biggest games of your career, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a big game. It's you don't often play against Premier League sides. Haven't done for a couple of years. But yeah, it's going to be a big game for me, and hopefully I can play well, and I'm going to try and get another goal, and the team. Well, hopefully the team's going to get a result, really.
And it was touched upon in one of the previous questions as well. Crawley have a wonderful home record, an excellent record everywhere at the present time, unbeaten in 9 in all competitions. Really, that the side will go into this game with great momentum and surely with nothing really to fear.
Yeah, spot on. Really, we don't have anything to fear. We're in a good run of form, and it's probably the best time for us to play them. Really, it's the morale's high in camp, and playing really well at the moment. The team's flying high. So yeah, it's a really good time for us to play them. But we know it's going to be a tough game. It's a Premier League team at the end of the day. But yeah, we're going to give it a right go.
And the lack of fans in the grounds, Tom. Obviously, if fans were allowed in, it would be an absolute full house in terms of both Crawley fans, and I'm sure Leeds would fill their allocation as well. As a player, you've obviously got used to playing with no fans in the ground. Will it be a bit more of a leveller on Sunday in terms of, Leeds might feel better that there's no, 5,000 Crawley fans there to be the 12th man for the Reds, as it were?
It is a real shame they won't be there, because obviously they really would drive us on. I've been the underdog and been at home, and the home fans really do drive you on. So that is a real shame, because that could give us an extra few percentages that we need, really. So it's probably better for them that we don't have well, they're saying that they play in front of 80,000 every week, so usually. But yeah, it's a real shame. But hopefully it'll be a nice even game.
And just finally, Tom, from me, you got a hat trick in the first round down in that crazy afternoon down in Devon that we were involved in down in Torquay. You obviously found your scoring boots again for the 2 goals that beat Forest Green a couple of weeks ago. John was saying earlier that Max has got a fitness test on Sunday morning. If he doesn't play, do you feel the emphasis and the pressure a little bit more for yourself and Ashley Nelson, or yourself and whoever may be picked to play with you to find the goals?
No, I don't think so. I think it's a team game. George Frankham scored at the weekend to score us the winner, and he's been playing right back for a lot of the season. So no, the goals have been shared out. I know Max has scored a lot himself, but as a team, we've been scoring a lot. So yeah, I wouldn't say I feel extra pressure when Max doesn't play. My main focus is helping the team in any way as possible, and goals are a bonus for me. Obviously, I love scoring goals, but I'm there to try and give the team the best chance of winning the game, really.
And I guess anybody who plays well and scores the goals on Sunday, please God, there are some goals for Crawley, has the opportunity to put themselves in the shop window, don't they, as well?
Yeah, definitely. It's a good chance for the boys. It happened to me when I was played against Liverpool. It sort of really elevated me a little bit, and I left soon after that. So yeah, you get great memories from the FA Cup. So yeah, I'll really be looking forward to the game. Good
stuff. Good luck, Tom. I'll catch you on Sunday.
Yeah, see you then.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers.
Hi, Tom. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, all good.
Good. I wanted to touch on actually what Gary was just talking about in that last conversation, just about that 6-5 win over Torquay, and what a cup run it has been so far. Do you still find this cup has a lot of magic, or has that been lost this year somehow with the pandemic, or does the cup still hold some magic for you?
I think it definitely does. Yeah, I think it's a crazy competition, and there is crazy games every year, like the 6-5 we had. I don't think it's lost the magic. It is a shame the fans aren't there, because it does make the experience better. And you do think, imagine if the fans were sat there watching that 6-5 game, it would have been some spectacle. But yeah, I wouldn't say that the magic has been lost at all. No, it's still a great competition that I think everyone looks forward to playing in.
And obviously, this weekend, normally in the football calendar, is a weekend that football fans can look forward to. It is one of the most exciting weekends in the football calendar when the Premier League enters the competition. But with it being locked down currently, does that take something of the edge away for you as a player, would you say? Or as a player, is it business as usual? You just get on with the job?
Yeah, obviously it is a tough time for people at the moment. But it is our job at the moment, and our job is still going. So we focus on that as much as we can. But like I said, there is a lot of bad stuff going on in the world, which is not good. And I've spoken it before, but we can't have fans in at the moment, which is a shame, because they enjoy these games as much as we do. So yeah, it is a shame at the moment.
And just one final one from me, Tom. It will be live on the BBC this Sunday. It's a huge platform. It will be a platform to get noticed as a player. Does that cross your mind as a player, and does that add some pressure for the game, or is this just purely focused on a team effort?
I wouldn't say it adds any more pressure to me. I just want to go and enjoy the game, really, and that's the same as I do every game. I want to win the game. I'm there to win and play as best as I can to help the team winning. But I won't be going into the game thinking I need to score 3 goals to try and nick a move somewhere else. Like that. I want to win the game, and I'm enjoying playing for Crawley at the moment. So that's just my focus at the moment. It's Crawley Town.
Great stuff. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, hiya Tom. Lee at the Up Evening Post. How you doing? All right.
Yeah, good, thanks.
Thanks for your time. I just wanted to ask you a bit about Leeds, if that's all right. You mentioned a little bit there about your upbringing with football and stuff like that. But what's been your sort of thoughts on Leeds as a club, like sort of growing up, throughout your career? And have you had any stories or mates or even, players at Crawley that are connected to the club or support them in some way or anything like that?
Well, obviously the fan base, they speak for themselves, how passionate they are, and it's a big club. I mean, they used to be right in amongst the Champions League way back when I was younger. But no, it's a great club, and they're now in the Premier League playing really well, and they're a very exciting team to watch. If they're on the box, I love watching them. The games are end to end and great for the neutral, really.
What do you make to them when you watch them? When you talk about watching, because a lot's been made, hasn't it, about their style of football and stuff. And what do you think when you sit back and watch Bielsa's style of play?
Well, they're just high energy, as high energy as you can get, really. The position some of their players find themselves in, you're sat there thinking, what on earth is he doing there? But as quickly as they get up there, they're back defending as well. So it's not just run anywhere. There's obviously a structure to it, but yeah, there's a lot of chances both ends, which is great as I'm a forward, so I enjoy watching that. But no, they're probably one of the most exciting teams to watch in the Prem, really.
And just lastly, how you sort of feeling about going in to face them? And what was the reaction when the draw was made?
Yeah, it's a great tie, really. Like I said, the fan base and the history behind the club, it's a huge club. So yeah, it's a really great draw for us, and it's an exciting time. Obviously, it was a little while ago now, the draw, so we couldn't really think about it. But no, it's a great draw for us.
Thanks very much for your time, and good luck at the weekend.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Just a quick one from me, Tom. Did you say you were from a family of Sunderland fans?
Yeah, so my mum and dad and all their family are from there. So he supported them for all his whole life, and I naturally supported them as well. I don't really follow them as much anymore. But yeah, when I was younger, I used to have all the shirts and stuff, and I used to love supporting them. Yeah.
I wondered if anyone in the family were old enough to tell you about 1973 Cup final when they beat Leeds and no one expected them to.
Well, I don't know about that personally, but my dad will certainly know about that. I'm sure he's got a story for me about that one. But no, personally, I don't know about that one. It's a bit before me. That.
You didn't have grandparents at the game or anything like that?
To be honest, my dad was probably there. I'll have to ask him after this. But yeah, all of my relatives would have been there as well, because they've been season ticket holders for years. So yeah, my dad was probably at the game, to be honest.
No, okay, nice one. Well, good luck. Thank you, Tom.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers.
Yes, hi, Tom.
Hi, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, good, thank you. Going back to that Exeter game against Liverpool in the third round, can you tell us what did you learn from going through that experience?
What did I learn? Obviously, you're not. I know they had a different team, a younger team, but you're not as far away from them as you think as a player. At the end of the day, it's 11 players on each team on a pitch. They're not superhuman. They make mistakes just like you. Yeah, I'd say you realise you're not as far away from them as you think, really.
Obviously, not everyone in the Crawley squad has experienced a game like that. Have you been passing on any advice to your teammates this week?
Not particularly, no. I think we're going with a game plan and try not to think about it too much. It's just a game of football at the end of the day. You set up through the week of how to play, and you try and execute that game plan, and hopefully that will see us in the fourth round.
Going back to that 6-5 game, is there a moment when you're on the pitch where you think, this is really weird, this is a really strange football match? You talking about it in the celebrations or anything like that?
Yeah, to be honest, the whole game was just ridiculous, really. Like, you didn't know what time it was, because we had 20 plus minutes of injury time in normal time. So you didn't know what minute it was. That the guy puts the board up and you're still playing 15 minutes later. So you don't know what time it is. And we went 2 goals down twice in the games. It was a mental game, literally. And but it was brilliant to be a part of. And I managed to grab my first career hat trick. So yeah, that will definitely live long in the memory of that one. But yeah, it was a crazy game.
That first hat trick, of course, makes you joint top scorer in the FA Cup at the moment. Tom, normally 5 goals wins it, the golden boot of the FA Cup. Do you fancy your chances?
Yeah, I'll have to try and score 2 on Sunday, shall I? To try and win. But yeah, I'm going to give it a go against them. I've scored against a couple of Premier League teams, so yeah, why not? Like I said, they're just another team, and I'm sure the boys will create me a chance or two. So we'll see where it goes.
Good stuff. Thanks a lot, Tom.
Cheers, guys.